Police Carlight breaking news in European football. Police Carlight. Manchester United's goalkeeper André Onana has officially agreed to leave the club and join Turkish side Trabzonspor on loan. Yes, you heard that right, the Cameroon international, who only arrived at Old Trafford last year for a massive £43.8 million fee, is now packing his bags for Turkey. This shocking twist comes after weeks of speculation, failed performances, and behind-the-scenes negotiations. But what really went wrong for Onana at United? Why did he choose Trabzonspor over fighting for his spot in Manchester? And what does this mean for the Red Devils' goalkeeping future? TalkSport has confirmed that André Onana will join Trabzonspor on loan, with the deal set to be finalized before the Turkish transfer window closes on September 12th. Initially, Onana wanted to stay at United and fight for his place, but the arrival of Sen Lammens from Royal Antwerp on deadline day made his chances even slimmer. Manager Ruben Amorim, who replaced Erik ten Hag earlier this year, clearly doesn't see Onana as his first-choice option. Here's the twist. Onana will reportedly earn more at Trabzonspor than he does at Manchester United, thanks to a lucrative signing-on fee and performance bonuses. He had even asked United for a pay rise earlier this summer, but the club never granted it. So, when the Turkish giants came knocking, offering both playing time and better wages, the decision became easier. Let's rewind. When Onana signed for Manchester United in July 2023, hopes were sky-high. Erik ten Hag, who had coached him at Ajax, believed Onana could revolutionize United's style of play. His ball distribution at Inter Milan had been world-class, and he was instrumental in taking the Italian giants all the way to the 2023 Champions League final against Manchester City. But in England, things didn't go to plan. His debut season was filled with early mistakes, particularly in the Champions League group stage, where high-profile errors cost United vital points. In the Premier League, his confidence visibly dipped, and instead of becoming United's version of Ederson or Alisson, he was often criticized for being a liability. By the end of last season, fans were divided. Some defended his bravery and passing range, while others felt United had wasted nearly £44 million on a gamble that didn't pay off. To make matters worse, an injury in pre-season this summer kept him sidelined. By the time he returned, Amorim had already placed trust in Altay Bayındır, the Turkish goalkeeper who started United's opener against Arsenal. Even when fit, Onana was benched. His only game this season? A Carabao Cup defeat to Grimsby Town, where he was partly at fault for one of the goals. That performance might have been the final nail in the coffin. So what changed at United's goalkeeper department? Altay Bayındır, signed last year but barely played under ten Hag, Bayındır finally got his chance under Amorim. Being Turkish, he'll also be closely followed in his home country, which adds a layer of pressure and pride. He's been solid enough to keep his spot. Sen Lammens, signed on deadline day from Royal Antwerp. The 22-year-old Belgian keeper is highly rated, and his arrival directly signaled that United were looking beyond Onana. Onana's decline. At 29, goalkeepers are supposed to be in their prime. But his errors and lack of form made Amorim prefer building around younger, fresher options. So, from being Ten Hag's #1 revolution signing, Onana is now effectively third choice at Old Trafford. For a player of his stature, that's unacceptable. Now, you might be wondering, why would Onana choose Trabzonspor over staying at the world's biggest stage with Manchester United? Here are the reasons. Regular game time. At Trabzonspor, Onana is expected to be the #1 immediately, playing both league and European matches. Financial package. Reports say the signing bonus and incentives mean he'll actually earn more in Turkey than at United. Rebuild confidence. A fresh start in the Super League could help him regain form, much like other players who've rebuilt their careers abroad. Turkish window still open. Since the Turkish transfer market closes later, on September 12th, Trabzonspor had time to negotiate a deal United were willing to accept. And don't forget, Turkey has a massive, passionate football culture. Clubs like Galatasaray, Fenerbahçe, and Besiktas dominate headlines, but Trabzonspor is historic in its own right, with a huge fan base that loves their goalkeepers. To understand this move, we need to ask, what really went wrong? Premier League pressure. Unlike Serie A, the Premier League is relentless. Mistakes are magnified, and Onana's early blunders shattered his confidence. United's chaos, constant changes at the club didn't help. From Erik ten Hag's strict style to Ruben Amorim's fresh approach, Onana never had stability. Fans' expectations, replacing David De Gea, a fan favorite for over a decade, was always going to be tough. Onana didn't get much patience from supporters. Bad timing with injuries, missing pre-season meant he started behind in fitness and sharpness, allowing Bayender to grab the opportunity. Mental fatigue, after a roller coaster career, Ajax ban, Inter success, and a huge move, perhaps the weight of expectations finally caught up. With Onana gone, at least temporarily, what's next for United? Altay Bayender remains the starting goalkeeper. His performances will be under heavy scrutiny, especially in the Premier League and Champions League. Sen Lamens will likely serve as backup, but Amorim sees him as a long-term project. Financial angle, by sending Onana on loan, United reduced some wage costs while keeping the option open for a permanent sale in 2026. But this situation also highlights United's bigger problem, their transfer policy. Spending almost £44 million on Onana, only to move him on a season later, reflects poorly on the club's recruitment strategy. It's easy to laugh at this move and call Onana a flop, but let's be fair. At Ajax, he was a star under Ten Hag, known for his fearless passing and leadership. At Inter Milan, he was one of the best goalkeepers in Europe, almost helping them upset Manchester City in the Champions League final. Even at United, he showed glimpses of brilliance, brave saves, great footwork, but the mistakes overshadowed everything. Now at 29, this loan to Trabzonspor could be a chance to reset his career. If he shines in Turkey, maybe a return to top-level European football awaits. If not, his career might slowly drift away from the elite stage. So, there you have it. André Onana's Manchester United journey is on pause as he heads to Trabzonspor on loan. From Champions League finalist with Inter to £44 million United signing meant to revolutionize their play, to now, a player searching for confidence and stability in Turkey. Football can be brutal, and this is proof, but it also gives second chances. Maybe this is Onana's shot at redemption. What do you think? Was André Onana unfairly treated at Manchester United? Or was he simply not good enough for the Premier League? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Smash that like button if you want more updates, and don't forget to subscribe for daily football stories across Europe. Because in football, stories like these are never just about one player. They reflect the bigger drama of the beautiful game. Soccer ball fire.